Hi, my name is Ainsley Marsala, and throughout the semester, we've been talking a lot about pollutants and their impact on the environment. And I did my own research on it, specifically on plastic bags and the danger of them. And I hope by the end of this, you are just as afraid of plastic bags as I am now. So, for starters, what's the scale of this? Now, in the United States alone, in a single year, there's over 27 million plastic bags being left in landfills. That's only in landfills. That's not the plastic bag you see floating in the wind, or the one that's flown up in the tree, or that's stuck in the dirt, or the mud, or sand, or even concrete. I mean, they're everywhere. And we contribute to that. So the average American uses about 365 plastic bags a year. That's a single use, maybe you'll use it a second time, plastic bag that's going to get thrown away. Imagine doing that every day. That's a lot. Now, that's just in the United States. I want you to think about how much there are in the environment, in the world overall. 5 trillion bags every year around the world. 5 trillion bags. That's a very large number, and entirely unnecessary. So, what's the impact of all these 5 trillion bags? Well, let's start off by asking how quickly they degrade. Well, if you look it up, Google will tell you it takes about 20 years for a plastic bag to degrade. And, that doesn't sound too bad until you realize what does it degrade into? It doesn't just disappear. It's not like compost. It's not going to turn into something good for the plants. It turns into microplastics, which I'm sure, as we all know by now, aren't great. Microplastics aren't fun at all. Um, but what if I told you it's not taking 20 years? Recently, they did an excavation of a 1960 landfill that has shown plastic bags and other containers still kicking it. They have not degraded at all. That's 60 plus years of these plastic bags sitting there and doing nothing. That's a lot of bags. And since they aren't decomposing, that draws the question of where are they going? What's going to happen to them? I mean, landfills were only made to minimize the environmental impact that we have. It wasn't meant to hold 5 trillion bags. That's a lot of bags. And where are they going to go? The environment. So when they do go into the environment, obviously they have a lot of negative impacts. And because I'm running out of time, I'll go through this quickly. For starters, 34% of leatherback sea turtles were found dead. They've ingested microplastics or regular plastics. Chemical leches, which is trash juice from plastic bags, impair the growth of the world's most important microorganisms that provide 1/10 of the world's oxygen. Furthermore, there were 19 million grocery bags and other plastic bags collected in the 2018 International Coastal Cleanup. Birds often mistake shredded bags for food, and sea turtles have that same issue as they can't tell the difference between a floating bag and a jellyfish. You know what else is in the sea that eats? Fish. And those tiny fish are eaten by bigger fish, and they're eating microplastics too. And who eats those? We do. So we are ingesting microplastics constantly, and it starts with the grocery bags. So, what can be done? First of all, we can all make the very simple switch from plastic grocery bag that is gonna, as you can see, it's already ripped, very easily rip like that. One use, maybe two uses. And you can switch from that to a baggie. Now, I've had this baggie for years. It's pretty strong. It's by Baggu, couple bucks. I've had this for years versus that single use bag that's gonna get thrown away after one use. Now, when it does get thrown away, it goes, we know what happens to it. It's not great. So making that switch, it's really easy. It's really simple. I think that's the bare minimum, as along with recycling them. If you're not already reusing your plastic bags, you should be, and you should be recycling them. This is a very, very, very major impact on our health, our environment, and truly it there's no reason for it. There's no reason for it. I think by now we should have had a solution. And I think at this point, if you are not using reusable bags, you should get on that very quickly. And thank you for listening. Have a good day.